How many times have you walked out your door and forgot your house key? For some, you would find yourself locked out. For others, maybe they have a key under the doormat or a hidden rock. But you think by now that most intruders know the secret spots. I think I just solved the problem. Damn, those intros get me pumped. I hope you guys feel the same. And for those of you that are new to the channel, allow me to introduce moi. I am Brannon No D, that's right. There's absolutely no D belonging in this name. And I dig doing tech review of all the latest and greatest, including smart locks. Yeah, touch smart locks. You know what's pretty cool about this whole ordeal? Allow me to explain. I was in the market for a keyless entry because my daughter never ever carries her key. I thought, how perfect would it be to get a keyless entry? And then Eufy reaches out to me once again. I swear they were listening in. I am so excited to bring you guys another Eufy product by ANKER. You guys know how I feel about ANKER and Soundcore. Like their doorbell camera I did a while back, and I'll be sure to post it right up there. But don't pause this video and go watch that. I'll just insert it at the end. Be that simple. Or if you can't wait and you're impatient, go ahead, check it out and come back. So before we dive into everything that comes in the box, are you forgetting something? Oh yeah, if you're not a subscriber, I think it's time you do so. It's so simple. Hit my subscribe button, hit the bell, and don't forget to hit all to be notified in all the crazy content that Brannon provides. And you guys know, or if you don't, you will now. I promise you to deliver good, quality, and honest reviews because that, folks, is how I like to roll on this channel. All right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and show you the parts list. And yes, I did say parts list. Check it out. You have your user manual. Step 1 is your dead latch and your micro USB for charging the battery. Step 2 is your deadbolt plates. And here is the keypad touch sensor along with the plug adapter that connects to the battery. Step 4 is the inside mounting bracket along with some pretty long screws and some Loctite on the end of them, and one small screw for the top hole of the plate if you so choose to use. And here is the deadbolt and battery compartment that will obviously go on the inside of the door. Step 5 and 6 will be some mounting screws and your lithium battery, also a black rubber plug that will conceal the bottom hole. This is how you will later install the battery, and we'll go over all of this when I show you the install. Talk about a lot of in one box. Let's go ahead and nerd out with Brannon and go over the specs, and then we'll go ahead and show you guys how we install it. All right, guys, with the lithium battery that comes equipped with the Eufy Smart Touch, they're saying up to 18 months without having to charge it. So not only awesome that it's wireless, but awesome that it lasts forever. The fingerprint scanner will recognize your finger in 0.03 seconds. That's fast. Cool part is Wi-Fi. Control it from anywhere using their app. Pretty slick. It also has a built-in sensor that you can set in the app if you want to have it automatically lock your door when you leave. I'm telling you what, Eufy has thought of everything. Now, just because this is a touch sensor doesn't mean they left out other ways to open the door, such as a security number code that you get to create. They also give you some extra keys to manually open this thing, okay guys? And I'll show you that a little later in the video. You can lock this thing and unlock it from your mobile device. And one of the great features that Eufy has is their build quality. This thing is built with zinc alloy and stainless steel housing. Yeah, it's built like a tank. Which brings up the IP6 rating that's equipped with this. So it's going to be just fine in all weather conditions. Cold, hot, hurricanes, tornadoes. It'll probably still be connected to the door anyway. Last but not least, it will work with your Alexa or Google Assist. And something else to mention, because I think this is pretty important, the smart lock stores your fingerprint data locally, meaning here at home, not on the cloud. That to me says peace of mind. All right, let's head downstairs and show you guys how easily this thing installs. All right, let's remove the old deadbolt lock and plate. You may need a small Allen wrench or a few different tools depending on what you guys have to remove the older unit. Okay, now that that's removed, let's go ahead and fish the cable through the door hole and mount it to our front door. Next, we can mount the bracket on the inside door, making sure not to pinch the cable coming through. Now go ahead and plug the cable into the deadbolt and battery compartment, and then you can finish up securing everything. All right, once we have the battery in, we're gonna go ahead and download the Eufy security app, which I already have it installed on my phone because we have the doorbell camera that I did a review on about a month ago. So here we go, we're gonna hit plus because we're gonna add a device. We're gonna find the device that we're looking for. There's the Smart Lock Touch Wi-Fi, click on that. You're gonna want you to scan the QR code, get it in focus, boom, there we go. We've already done the installation, so we'll go ahead, finish that, okay. And now we're going to press and hold the setup button. There we go.
Ready to set up.
I have heard the voice, click next. There we go. Now it says, please close the door and lock it, then the calibration will take place. So lock it. I've closed and locked the door. There we go.
Calibration complete.
There we go. Front door. Click on that. Next. And now you get to set your passcode. Passcodes need to be between 4 and 8 digits. Well, we're definitely not going to tell you what I've picked, but go ahead and pick your favorite number. And then there's a firmware update. Oh, don't you just love firmware updates? All right, let me run you through the app real quickly. I'll show you a few settings that are going to be important for you and how it works. And then we'll go back downstairs and show you physically how I can open it with this finger. I have two things showing here. Now, that might not show up on yours. It just depends on if you have more Eufy products. I happen to have their doorbell camera and now their touch sensor keyless entry. So you'll see at the top it says front door and it says locked, which is really cool. I like that feature. It lets me know every time I open up my app that yes, my door is locked. Now you can go into the entire app by pressing the lock and now it says locked. Here's where you get to use your mobile app. Check it out. I can drag it down and now it has just unlocked my door and it gives me a message showing me my door is unlocked. So we drag it down again and now it's going to go ahead and lock and it'll show me that the door was locked. pretty cool. You can name it other than the front door. I just picked front door. Here's the auto lock that we were talking about earlier. When you click on this, you have an option to turn it on or turn it off. Now it says when enabled, the door will automatically lock itself when closed. This feature will affect the lock's battery. So that's why they say up to 18 months. So if you have this feature connected, then yeah, it's going to drain the battery a little, not a lot. I personally shut it off. I mean, you can schedule it too, which is cool. You can set any type of schedule of when you want it to automatically lock. But there's so many ways to lock this, and I'm going to show you that right now. Check this out. Now, when I showed you where you can physically turn on the automatic lock feature, I have mine turned off because I have my one-touch locking on. And what that does is it says it locks the door by long pressing the lock cancel button, okay? And I will show you that also, how that works. Wrong try protection, you can set attempts. I'm gonna let you guys dive into this app. Obviously, when you get it, you'll be able to look it all over. But right now, I just wanna show you the key features that you're gonna need to mess with, okay? So lock sound, you have low, medium, and high. That's setting it. And I found medium's pretty good. Even high might even be better because you'll wanna hear it. And I'll show you that when we go and try the lock. You'll hear the sounds and then you'll get the idea of low, medium, or high. You also have notifications. I have all those turned on. Notify me when door is unlocked, door is locked. Love it. Love that feature. Lock events. It stores every time the door is opened and locked. Crazy. Now here's where you can do your fingerprint scans and your code. You hit manage access. Now you have passcode. I can change that, and I have 3 fingerprints. If you have phones with fingerprint scans, which most of them come with that nowadays, you'll be totally fine setting this up because it's very similar. All right, let's run downstairs and I will personally show you how I get in and out of my home. You can lock it with your finger, and you can also unlock it with your finger. And once you touch anywhere on the keypad, it's going to light up for you, which is really cool. And then you can unlock it by using your code. Let's go ahead and show you how you can press and hold the lock. And there you go. It automatically locks and it'll let my phone know. And then if all else fails, which usually never does, but in that case, you have your manual key that they give you right here. Magnetic, so it'll flip out of the way, stick your key in, and now you can lock it or unlock it. All right, it's time for Brannon's pros and cons, and we're gonna do this super quick, okay? Pro number 1 is going to the touch feature on this, okay? I mean, you can get a lot of keyless entries. They're always codes or a manual key. Not too often do you find the cool fingerprint scanner. And I think that deserves pro number 1 because it's quick, easy, and extremely convenient. And pro number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the build quality of this. Everything that Eufy have sent me so far is built to last. You can just tell by picking it up and putting it in your hands how premium and nice everything is done. They do an excellent job. And lastly, pro number 3 is going to be the app that you can use for this. It's extremely user-friendly and very easy to follow. And it just works. You know, when you have a product and you have an app that goes with it and they work so well together, that's all we're looking for in life. I mean, is that so hard? All right, where there's pros, there's obviously cons, and I only have 2, but they could be a major thing or not. And here is what I mean by that. Con number 1, I did not show you guys how fun this was to install because my personal setup was horrible. And what I mean by that is that the actual door from the handle to the unit was too close. So I literally had to take the plate off, chop it off a little bit, make some room for it so it fit flush. And also the deadbolt on the Eufy is, I would say, at least 1/4 inch longer than the normal. And I had to bore a deeper hole because it would not calibrate. So I'm letting you guys know now, if you have that same issue and you're ready to calibrate it and all you're getting is error messages saying it can't calibrate, that the door lock is stuck, that is the first thing you're going to need to do. Bore that hole out, make it deep so that bolt will have all the clearance it needs and you'll be good to go. And con number 2, this is a problem I ran into with my wife and daughter. And what I mean by that is the touch sensor. When you go to program your finger, I used my first finger, had no problem. They used their first finger, it would not recognize it. They had littler fingers. So what they ended up doing is using their thumbprint instead of their fingerprint. You can use whatever print you want. You can use your toe for all that matters. But for women, children, you might have to have them use their thumbs. So keep that in mind too. Is it really cons? Not necessarily, because once you fix these 2 issues, you've got yourself a perfect product. Questions about today's review. If you guys have any, please don't hesitate to drop me a comment down below. I will most certainly try to answer you as soon as possible. The big question of today, would Brannon recommend you guys the Eufy touch sensor keyless entry? It's a lot. Although I am not sponsored or endorsed through Eufy, they merely contact me, ask me what I'd like to review next, and I get to pick. It's so fun. That being said, yes, absolutely 100%. I have used this for over 3 weeks now, and I am in love with it, okay? Once you guys put this on your door, you will never go back to a key again. I guarantee it. What is the price, you may ask? All right, on Amazon, as of the review right now today, it is $259.99. So yes, a $260 value. Is it expensive? Yes, of course it is. Is it Eufy? Of course it is. They build products to last. That I can guarantee you. They definitely put their heart and soul into their products. Yes, it's an expense, but it's a one-time expense, okay? Just remember that time when you got locked out to find somebody to go and get you a key. It's a no-brainer, guys. Pick yourself up one. I will be sure to drop you an affiliate link down in my description below and where you can grab one. I promise you will not be disappointed with this purchase. All right, let's get you out of here. But first, you know what Brannon No does. He opens fortune cookies. And today is no exception to the rule. Let's see what our fortune brings us today. Bend the rod while it is still hot. Kind of reminds me of wherever you go, there you are. Thank God these fortune cookies taste good because their fortunes suck. Guys, would you all do me a huge favor? Would you like and share this video as it helps the channel grow tremendously? You guys know I love you, and I will be seeing you in my next